They won the last week too. If you're new to Fight Night, the way it works is two teams come head to head in order for the right to fight against the top team who had stayed on the table from last time. So Way Too French and Mixup fighting for the opportunity to get into that best of three. And Physic wants it just a little bit more than anyone else, I suppose. First blood goes to the Sova player on Mixup. And half HP will be healed up by Stellar. And so a full 4-on-3 as two quick shots from Way Too French happen, busting onto the C site. One long rotation from long and two short from the close side. Spike planted. No eyes down this long side. Raze walking, getting it. Nice job from Thief. And here's the retake. Couple of shots good from Way Too French. It's just the Sova player. Thief grabs one. Can't find the second. Almost surely thought it was coming. Oh, rough stuff, but a nice look there from...
There were some really weird timings there. At the beginning of the round, the Breach ended up using his stun through Garage.
Yeah.
Which was something that you would have definitely wanted to hold on to for 15 seconds later, where the push came through Garage. That would have slowed them down drastically. And then, of course, there was a molly timing that was very odd coming out from Mixup. And then that last kind of push out from Defender's side, when they knew they had the flank coming in, that Cypher player that was coming up from C long. So just a lot of missed timings coming out from Mixup that ultimately ended in that loss for the pistol round.
Breach can be a little bit, Breach can be tough to play simply because there's no feedback on if you, like, hit your stuff, right? You don't get Call of Duty hit markers or anything, so it's kind of tough to just wildly shoot that stuff through the wall. Nice shots. Crosshair a little high that time around, still doubles back and is able to find shots into the chest. Mixup one player left. And the shorty comes up big, but incredible comes up bigger. And so 2-0 for Way Too French. And let's breach the topic. So we see the wall guy. Breach more acceptable here on Haven? More walls to make use of his abilities, per se?
Yeah, also just the distance. Okay, they're having trouble with this boost. Oh, boy. There we go. Yay! All right, they got it ultimately in the end. But yeah, it's the simple fact that, like, if he plays around mid or even at Garage, he can affect the entirety of the map with his stun. And of course, yeah, having those extra walls to work his flash off of definitely helps. So Proto starts it off with an aggressive push up mid, but it's instantly traded back. Hoppin finds one more.
Hoppin is 3 agents deep in 3 games, and the MOBA player in me loves that. I really love to see a flexible player. It's really impressive to me, especially how well Hoppin played the Omen last time. Physic here. Oh man, itchy trigger finger. Got the info, but fired too soon. Hoppin, on the other hand, coming down from the other side, is able to grab a kill, another trade out, and all of a sudden, well, it's like that. Mixup find their first win of the contest, round 3. Kind of expected, not expected, but not surprising. Round 3 is where you kind of talk yourself back into the conversation.
Yeah, we see that very frequently. I think, you know, there's generally, for fight nights now so far, 85% conversion rate for, a conversion rate off the first 2 rounds, maybe like 15%, right? For the team that wins those 2 rounds, converting that 3rd round, it's around 15 to 20%, I would say, so far. And a lot of it just, honestly, I think does come down to the difference in firepower, having that SMG up against the Vandal or Phantom or even an Operator. Tries to go for that shoulder peek this time around. Physics does not hit. So we've got 2 players going up long A.
Physic has fallen for that, not just this game, but also some of the other games as well. Players, and at this point, I'm almost sure that the enemy team knows it. You give him a quick little flash of body, and immediately the shot comes out, knowing that you're going to have the opportunity. You're going to have the opportunity to hold that angle before the next peak next time. So Physics got to hold that shot a little bit better. Breach lands the stun, and way too French angling towards A.
The smokes have already gone down for Mixup as well, so they're starting to run out of utility. I believe they use their smokes over at A anyhow. They've got the cyber cages set up, both at short and long, as they do push up just a little bit over at short A, but here we go. Here comes the execute with 30 seconds to go.
Trouble is Mixup has to rotate all the way from C site. Spike carrier is down, though, after a fantastic performance by Thief, who Hughes finally puts down. But it's trouble here as Hughes finds Stellar. Hughes against the wall. Spike fake planted. Left side information revealed. Stays and waits. Nice discipline there to wait for the Brimstone player. I don't know if she knows there's two players here. And she doesn't. Hughes was ready for the fourth, but not the fifth. Physic is there to end the round. 2-all.
Still a little bit too close for comfort there. When you've got the time and you've already know that they're not committing to the plants, you make sure you secure that round. You don't need to go for the double peak. You can just, of course, leave one man back at CT. So even though they got that round, I don't like the manner in which they got it. Still, though, they're going to tie it up 2-2. As way too French coming into this one. Looks like they do force up. It's going to be Mill. He's going to go without any guns or armor. So he's going to take point. He's going to get good information for them here in Garage, and this might be a C push. But take a look at how aggressive Hoppin is playing on this breach.
Yeah. Just walking all the way up. Going to get the complete backside of this slow push through mid. Nano is going to be coming out from the top side. Hoppins grabs one. Communication is not there as Hoppin grabs the secondary kill. Orbital strike will block off the wall. A Proto is already taking down Hughes on the left-hand side. Hoppin gets confused and tries to shoot his teammate, but then Physic with the Colette comes up big and finds the op kill. Hot dog. Yes. So I say hot damn. So I say hot damn a lot. And yesterday I was like, I don't know, I was a little sick. I was confused. I wasn't sure if I could say damn. So I just said hot dog, and chat roasted me for it. And I like look back at it. I'm like, yeah, I should be roasted for that.
Just like a hot dog over an open fire. There you go. Operator versus operator this time around, though. And so let's see. Physics is actually playing this time around over at Garage Doors. Oh, Thief.
Man. Hughes is able to get the trade out. Thief has been very big for Mixup in this match so far. 4-on-4. And the Rez makes it a 4-on-5.
See, right there, that's where, you know, the Vandal versus the Phantom argument comes into play. If you know you're going to play that aggressive and you know, cut the distance short, Phantom. The rate of fire probably gets him that second kill there.
Okay. I'm forever a Phantom player. The Vandal, of course, shows up a little bit better when you're taking the longer angles, right?
Oh, yeah.
There they are.
Hughes walks onto the side alongside Melio. They both get a kill. Spike going to be planted. Two players have mixed up on... Oh. Okay, they're going for the long flank. I thought they were immediately saving. I was very confused. It's going to be a cautious flank, though, so they are planning on saving. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a full save for them.
5 players, yeah. No. Okay.
They took the last 3 rounds, but with Wade French taking this, you have to save, especially because it's that operator. You cannot let that one go down right now, or your economy just goes straight into the gutter.
Yeah, definitely gets smoked a little bit. And so because of that, here you see Way Too French now playing a little bit more for the picks. Hoppin will win this one. And that be that. 3 tied. And this is, of course, this is how this goes, right? The first game we saw 9 unanswered rounds, except for a single one, right? It was 9-1 at the half or something like that, or 11 to. It was 10 to 2 at the end of the half, if I'm not mistaken, for the first game, and then the second one we had 8-4. I said that backwards, but now we have back to back, and that's really the important point that I'm getting to eventually is the fact that like this one has been back and forth, and that's uncharacteristic for the first 2 games.
Sova to hold it down over at C by himself. Definitely say it's a little bit weird that maybe at least a tripwire wasn't set up for him, and Hoppin didn't have the CC ready. A little bit of a breakdown of communication, but it doesn't matter. Stellar is able to pick up 2. Rotates now over to Garage, and that's bombed down on the C site with the 2 players over at Long.
Going to be kind of rough here as the spike is down on C site. Stellar and the homie coming through, and another one.
Oh, the dieback.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I have the spike.
Spike going to be planted here. And this allows the players to watch the spike from his corner to the right of our Cypher player, allowing vision on Garage. The shot misses. Thief walks up, grabs one, and Stellar grabs the other. Beautifully timed, beautifully communicated, and just up and down the right play. And Mixup finds 4.
Yeah, they were planning for Cubby, planning for Long, but you know they were just cut off by the players already inside Garage, and they just couldn't play for that, and weren't able to really try to dwindle down the clock just for that simple fact that you already knew there was presence over by Garage. Now let's see, we do have. Looks like it's going to be a force up coming out, or a half by out for way too French here.
Physics still has this up. It's been tough going for him, but I understand it. Nano, on the other hand, with the Giga Sheriff. Tosses the nade to the left-hand side. Nonsense goes up in heaven as well. Nano trying to make himself get up there, and successful. Hiding in the smoke.
There's someone up here with him.
Yeah? It's all the way in the corner, though.
It's the Sage on the other side.
Oh, surprise! Nano not ready for that, I suppose. Great information given to Stellar. Fantastic. Hoppin coming from down, Stellar coming from up. Comms are saying when Hoppin should fire. And there it is. And now the all-out rush. Hughes gets 1. Hoppin's able to answer back.
Gun here.
Nice shot. Hoppin out of control this time around.
Whew. Mixup are able to secure that round, but it was a little bit iffy there. I feel like I'm fairly certain Nano saw him in the smoke, by the way. He shouldn't have lost that duel. He should have been prepared for that. I'm 99% certain that he knew that the Sage was up there, or at least that someone was up there.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. Definitely tough to figure out where the players are, I suppose. But you got to be ready for when that smoke dissipates, right? You know it's not going to be 20 minutes. You just, man, disappointed in that because that could have been a much more exciting play. Oh, well. All's fair in love and war as we win the round. Mix-up, that is. 5-3 so far. And they're going to start this one off in a good way. Thief in the backside as the team prepares for an A-site push.
Yeah, they're already onto the site now, coming through, but it's going to be the player at short that's going to try and slow them down. And he gets the first kill onto Thief as a Proto also goes down. Stella finds 1, though, but it doesn't even matter. This was a great push coming out from way too French.
Spike could be planted. Can't shoot through that. Things like that. Oh! Nice flick, but Nano was in the air and gets it undone. Sage shows her face, does about 80 damage to the rifler. has a backup assault. And you just got to be careful here. Nice job from Hoppin. One player left. And it's Hughes who gets it. The attackers take it 5-4.
These are very crucial rounds for Way 2 French to be winning as well. Not just to, of course, keep the scoreline even, but try to keep the economy in line and make sure that Mixup aren't just running away with things. I mean, take a look at the buy coming out for them. We're seeing a Guardian coming up from Physics here, along with Hoppin now committing on to a light armor with the Operator this time. And a Proto, he's got nothing. Well, maybe we see an SMG coming out for him?
Right here.
Hello?
Brief pause. No, I just noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah. I was sitting here just waiting, like, what is he going to buy? But a brief pause as our players step away for a moment. 5-4 as we head into our 10th round here and use 10, 6, and 2. Been saying their name a lot, and Hoppin and Thief have been the go-to fraggers, I think, on Mixon.
Yeah, all 3 rounds so far. You know, Hoppin, I ended up middle of the board last round, but still he had some very, very important rounds where he came up for them. But I'm not surprised right now that he's 9-6-2, that he's tied basically for top frag. What I am surprised by though is, of course, the Guardian buy is coming out from either side.
Good. I listen. I love the Guardian. I play the FAL in Counter-Strike, or excuse me, in Call of Duty. I love the single, and I'm a pistol guy when it comes to CS. I like the single fire guns. The Guardian, though, I mean, it's a little bit less expensive. And why are people so afraid of the Guardian? It's still just as strong, right?
I mean, of course, you've got that one tap potential, but sometimes people are, requiring 2 or 3 bullets to hit that headshot, right? Which the Guardian's rate of fire does not afford you that whatsoever. You got to hard hold the angle, and you got to just hope that first shot hits. If you don't, you're going to lose that duel instantly. So, you could say that, but you could also just, commit 800 extra. Is it 800 extra credits
yes,
to make sure that you get a second and third bullet in that time that it takes the Guardian player to shoot 1 bullet.
Man, but you see that always gets me so annoyed because I just sit there and all I did through closed beta, I tried to main the Guardian. Because I was like, listen, the Guardian, if we are all robots with aimbot, Guardian players are better, right? Because it's cheaper, right? It there's nothing if I'm a robot. The Vandal and the Phantom are easier weapons for other players, and I never won a game in closed beta. I just want the Guardian to work. It doesn't.
No, I agree. I've always been like an off meta pick kind of player here, but here we go. We're heading into the round right now, and so Nil already starting it off. Hughes with the Guardian picks up 2.
You love to see it. Let's go. Natom's going to walk in onto the site here. And A's wide open. Spike's still not here. Incredible. Bringing it up. Putting it on down.
Silence.
Surprise.
That's still a 50% success rate, though, for the Guardian. Because we had a Guardian on the opposite end. So...
Listen. I saw a double kill with the Guardian. That's what I'm going to bring home. A lot of players here for Mixup's lone Sage to deal with. And so she's going to hang back, save up. It's the right call.
Revealing area.
Undoubtedly the right call. Chasing her with an op might not be the right call. But when you've got 5 players up, at least somebody can grab it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw both sides really forcing their economy to make sure this round was won. It was a crucial one as there's only 2 rounds left in this half. Way Too French. Being able to survive with all 5 players, that's so important. Converting a lot of those guns, you remember, started off with the Guardian. Now, that 2100, 2200 investment, he's got a Vandal in it, along with those kills that he was able to get up. So, I mean, speaking of numbers, he came up basically like 1,300 credits in that last round, along with getting that round 1.
Use 12, 6, and 3. KDA of 2.0. Let's say KD. I'm not math efficient to do the assists as well, but 2.0 on the KD. Looking real good. Flick there, not going to be on the mark from Meal, and so Yu's going to walk on up. Gets shot through the smoke by a pistol. Oh, no. But it's the rifles on the red team that are able to do work. 3 versus 4. Way Too French. Now cut down to 3-on-3. Good plays from a Proto. 3 for the doggy. And Melio answers with a double kill. 1-on-1. Hat guy versus hat guy. And the spike can be walked back all the way to either B or A. The judge, not the gun for this.
He should be able to recover something. As soon as he hears that bomb plan, he's going to pick up something else. Right now, he doesn't even want to take that timing opportunity, to be taken advantage of at this point. But now he's actually too far away from the guns to be able to swap. So there we go. He's going to go ahead and fall back just a little bit, uses the camera. I want to see him go back over to the C site. And I wasn't speaking about Way Too French, by the way, but there he is, wrapped all the way back around, and he's on the C site.
Okay. 20 seconds remaining here, and this is where we have our one-on-one
games.
He ain't even gonna have time to plan. My dude.
No. Yeah, he's got the spike plan, and there we go. That's the Phantom pickup.
If I can watch that play, if I can be opinionated real quick, I hate it. I did not like the full wrap to back to C. I think in that situation, you just run to A and slam it down.
I think it might have been a little bit of greed. He might have wanted to back around and plant on the C site so that post plant he could play for the op.
Yeah.
At round end he could play for the op, but instead it goes back into the hands of Mixup here, and Mixup with that force up with Hoppin. It really came down to Hoppin pulling up that bulldog that secured that round for them, really bringing down the numbers of Way Too French and allowing Mixup to claw right back into that. But Way Too French, still, they've got a full economy. They have a full buy. They have an opportunity to tie this up 6-6 going into the half.
Tough stuff. Not the greatest look here. Way Too French trying to tighten it on up.
Enemy mark.
A site going to be the choice one more time. They do leave one back to protect from the flank. Mix up know all about it. So the full rotation, it'll be a 5-on-5 as nobody's on the site just yet. Hold that. Silva's going back to C. So a 5-on-4. As Mixup should be able to play D here.
Cage tripwire destroyed.
Here comes a big ultimate to clear out heaven. And Incredible's just going to get the kill on Thief. Hughes, however, gets CC'd by breach through the wall. Meal, not so successful with that nonsense. Stellar raises Thief from the dead. That's up in heaven. And Nano's ready to toss some ordnance up there. No kills. Spike planted. C4 laid on the ground, around the corner. One gets headshotted. The second player will. Third is not so lucky. And so it's a 2-on-1. Meal, the lone player here from Mixup, gets put down. And Way Too French tie it up at the half.
And yeah, I figured this is basically what the story that we're going to have, especially after our first 2 maps on Split and on Bind, going so decisively either way. That once we got over to here to Haven, where it's a bit more balanced of a map, where attackers aren't definitely just shut down. They have a lot more agency in the way that they want to play the map. That we would see something like this, but 6-6. I guess that it is just the storyline of the map or storyline of the match so far.
Really is. I mean, back and forth forever. Let's see how Mixup does, because Way Too French were very interesting with their approaches, almost always A or C, completely avoided B site. Not a single plant attempt at B. Not even an attempt. Through the boxes, there's a trade one, but Nano's successful, grabbing two, misses the third, Mills there for the cover. Nano's still here, tossing everything down the hallway, taking damage. Help from the teammate. They're going to double peek this hall. Nah, they're going to wait. They hear. Oh, right side, left side. Got him.
All right, Way Too French secure that one. No, like I've stopped putting a lot of emphasis on the pistol round, having to win the pistol round, because it doesn't seem like, it's anything like that's similar to Counter-Strike, right? Like in Counter-Strike, you win that pistol round, you can string it together for 3 to 4 rounds easy, depending on like how the economy works and which side you're on and which side won that pistol round. But with the fact that Valorant, all weapons are accessible to either side, it makes a huge difference in how the economy works here. So that third round, that's what we're looking for as well. If the team that wins the first 2 rounds are able to convert that third round, then yeah, that is great for them. But fairly regularly, we do not see that happening. Incredible pushes through, picks up 3 before he finally goes down.
Just chowing down. I mean, players just lining up. Stellar also going to grab a 3-piece. Man. Mixup 2 versus Way Too French's 2. Both players here on the C site. Physic gets 1, and Stellar finds the second. A quadra kill here for the Sage player. Spike won't have time to be put down, but it's 7-7, and we're drinking our way to the end.
Now this is, where things get fairly awkward. Especially for Way Too French. Take a look at the buys, right? We do have 1 SMG left, but it's a force-up coming out from Way Too French here. We got the Bucky along with a few other weapons for the defense, and we'll see if Mixup play with respect for this anti-eco. But this is scary. They're walking to the sidelines of Bucky's.
Oh no, that's not the look that you want. Location revealed so far. A site going to be the commit here, it looks like. Yeah, all A for Mixup. Running on in. Cyber Cage is down. Good information, though. Mello sees everybody and was able to grab it. Trade out. That time, not a great look. Physic gets the kill. 2 players versus 3. Spike down. Way Too French looking for the retake. How do you like the positioning of Mixup here?
They had an opportunity to try push someone up through short, and so I don't like that they're all 3 approaching over here from defender spawn. Stellar's got a nice angle under dark.
There's one. Not gonna find the second. And that's that. Defuse here for Way Too French. Gross. So 8-7 on the eco. Thrifty. Nice look. So at least one player will get a free weapon.
Like I was saying, they needed to play a little bit more respect for that anti-eco. Just for the simple fact that, you understand that in terms of economy, you have the advantage. You're going to see something maybe cheesy coming out from Way Too French on their defense. Play a little default, get the information out, try to play for the picks instead because you do have that range advantage generally here in these rounds, but they didn't. They walked straight up through B, and they got absolutely punished for it.
I mean, you got to adjust from there, right? And so, how do they approach this round compared to the last one?
Looks like the game plan is roughly the same. This time around, though, more of the focus is going to go over towards the double doors, and it might just be an all-out rush through. Incredible, though. That first pick on to Hoppin.
Found the first one, but oh man, Hughes is going to answer after the fact. Slow it on down as he pushes in. Has Nano up high, but the player's going to run away from double doors. Incredible has been landing those shots. That one right there, he just couldn't find the rhythm. You know what I mean? Rough stuff.
And I don't like that Mixup also committed their res into this round. This it was definitely a res that could have been saved for another one. Now in this 1v3, wonder what he's got, if it's even worth saving. No.
The frenzy.
He should 100% try to play for a frag here, even if he goes down.
Well, did he get shot with the recon dart? Nice try, Mixup. That's number 9 here for W2EF. That's cute. Way too French is WTF.
That actually, yeah, finally. It only took us 3 maps. It only took us 3 maps.
took us 3 maps and 16 rounds on the 3rd map to get there. But we got there.
Yeah, but see, this is where, again, when you've got the full rifle buys, when you're fighting on equal footing, where a pick is so important, and numbers advantage is so important, where I wish Stellar had held on to his ultimate.
This is a loud movement towards C site. Using a good spot with that rifle. Sees the arrow come down, and it's going to be followed up with a big Sova hit. And gets the kill. And it's on the stage. Oh, Incred, waiting. Oh, nobody knew he was there. 1, 2. Can he find the 3rd? Can't figure out where it is. It is down long. Nobody in garage just yet, although there are 2 lurking there. And so the fire pit will keep them at bay for now. Melio trying to come through the other side. Melio lets the smoke clear. Takes some shots, won't find anything. Mixup 3 players strong versus way too French's 3 as well. C-Site still the target as the spike is on the floor there. Meal. 13 HP, but lucky this time. Wins it out versus Physic down long. Now gonna have to deal with players coming out of garage.
Removed.
Ooh, really nice play from Thief. Understands he's probably pinched. But then loses the fight versus the op player. 13 HP on the last player here. Stellar's gonna heal themselves back up. Ooh, couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. The one-tap shot, baby. And Meal. Bad luck 13 coming up good. And way too French are 3 away from the match.
Yeah, that was so close. He was just body shot, right? But he clutches it out. Absolutely clutches that one out. Now, imagine if they had the res. I'm a hark on it. Imagine if they had the res.
I mean, you're not wrong. If they had the res, everything would have been different. But you know,
Hoppin peeking that one at an odd timing. His flash hadn't gone off before he went across the corner there. Melio up high, finds 1.
And there's the 2nd, finds the 3rd. We have had so many multi-kills in this matchup between these 2 teams on these 3 maps. Does that have to do with the way players, I mean, because sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But we have had so many that I think it's fair to identify a trend here and start to dissect why. So is this a result of players entering the sites more haphazardly? Should they not line up? Or is it really just like, wow, these guys are great?
Triple peaks are weird, but honestly, like these guys, their spray transfers has been fantastic so far. Like we talked about earlier, crosshair placement has been good. They're like individually, mechanically, most of them are playing, just spot on. It's just a lot of other decisions that are kind of like hindering a lot of the teams right now. Oh my gosh. Did he hear him walking off?
I don't know. Oh, and has the teammate on the right side. Gotta wait for it. There's the bot. Tries to run them down when the nade is coming through. Meanwhile, Nano, 6 HP in a dream here.
Wow. Takes
out 1 and 2. The grenade around the corner. Won't find number 3. Almost killed herself in the process.
Heads up. Cage tricking me a corpse.
Cyber Cage down to block off main. Sova can shoot right on through. Not finding anyone just yet. Oh, never mind. Caught this player out here in the cubby. Stellar shows up. Use as well. It's a 2-on-1. And Way Too French are 1 away from fighting big frames.
Double operator for Way Too French. And this is definitely one of those maps, especially on the defense, that you can run it. Force up, of course, having to come out from Mixup. It's honestly, you have to play this every round like it's the last round. So we got the Guardian, like I said, for Hoppin. Last time might have been on a Proto. Not entirely too sure here, but take a look at how aggressive they're going to try and play with this.
Walking out of here. Real aggressive is Way Too French. And I appreciate this type of aggression on the last one, right? Just like, get me out. We've got some rounds to play with. Let's throw it all at the wall and see if we can end it real quick by surprise.
Yeah, they've also got 5 rounds to work with to try to work this out. So they have plenty of room for error to try and catch Mixup off guard with a little bit of cheese here. But here we go. It looks like the execute's going to come down over on to the A site.
Breach lines up the ult, tosses it on through, comes out from underground. Nobody on the right-hand side. Cyber Cage is here, but gets a chance to see on through. And the opposition is able to cut down players coming from long. Hoppin answers back, shouts to the Guardian for 2. And it's a 3-on-3. Mixup have planted. Way Too French looking for the retake. Nano coming from long. Finds one. Sloppy, but gets the kill. Knows that there's one in cubby. And Nano shows up, able to grab the one onto site. Last player. Gone. And just like that, best of 3 in the books. That's fight night, baby. Way Too French will move on. And they'll play big frames.
Yeah, and ultimately they're just Way Too French. I think it was a great push coming out from Mixup. But they did not, of course, check every single angle. There should have been no reason why that player, who was it that was holding it out? Was it Nano? No. Yeah, it was Nano, right? That ended up getting hit by the Breach ultimate.
Yes.
Yeah, Nano ended up getting a two-piece, even though like he was stunned up. His rate of fire was basically null void. There was no reason why he should have gotten 2. With the way the transfer